cooking oil for a while, women can now buy the same oil for as low as $5 per cup. The scheme designed by President Jammeh to make cooking oil affordable is also empowering the youth and women of the country. Modlamin Sise visited the distribution center and he reports the beneficiaries of the scheme are grateful.
The recently concluded Meet the People tour was at a point characterized by stern warnings by the President against Gambians not venturing into the informal sector, a phenomenon he blamed for the skyrocketing of essential basic commodities. He, however, pledged his intervention, but without hesitation, he told Gambians it was for the last time. It is this promise of intervention in the market which has for the past few days been fulfilled. At special selling points, steak is now sold for $90, while meat and bones goes for $75 thanks to the President. But the President is not wavering in efforts to free the market of expensive commodities. He is now behind the distribution of thousands of oil drums to youths and women for sale to the public at $5 a cup. Compared to the market price, the move provides a 50% discount. Due to high public demand and the fact that it is Ramadan, a period during which oil, like other basic commodities, cast into the high demand, the Kanilai Family Farms Limited has been turned into a beehive of activities, with women and youths loading trucks with oil destined for different selling points. The APRC National Women Mobilizer, Ajande Jata, is one of the coordinators of the distribution process. She told GRTS that women all over the country have been supplied to sell the oil at a reasonable price of $5. She added that the profit made in the business is a token that the President is dedicating to women empowerment. Lieutenant Ansumana Sanyang has been all day taking part in the coordination process. He was particularly grateful to the President, describing his intervention as both timely and relieving for the Gambian people who, according to him, have been under the burden of soaring food prices. He, however, assured Gambians that all will go well with the daily distribution process, confident that any attempt to undermine the process will be met with no compromise.
His Excellency is here to help people. Let Gambian people know that His Excellency is a true citizen. He is a true citizen. Can you remember, not starting from this Ramadan, he has been doing this for many years since he took over this power. He has been helping Gambian people.
The presidential intervention has placed youths at the forefront of what can be described as a last-ditch attempt to bail the country out of the evils of profiteering and other unhealthy economic practices. So I asked the National Youth Mobilizer how the opportunity will be best utilized.
I think the President's cause is being answered by the youths now, because this is why if you come to Abuko, where we have a store and an outlet, we have over 500 youths daily who are going out all over the greater Banjul area to sell this oil. And we don't even stop at oil. If you go to Abuko Abattoir, these are the green that I am using to sell meats at a very reasonable price, so the poor people can have access to the meat too. So it seems that the President's call for the youths to come back to their normal distance is being answered for.
Different speakers from the youth and women folk were all full of praises for the President, describing him as a benevolent leader whose love for humanity and the country is unquestionable. They gave assurances that proper control mechanisms will be instituted to ensure that Gambians derive the optimum benefit while stock lasts. At the selling points, the interest generated by the cheap oil and meat prices was too conspicuous to ignore. Our crew sought the opinion of some buyers. This woman told GRTS that the President has done all for Gambians, adding that the reduction in prices helps them save a lot of money. She, however, called on the butchers to make adjustments so as to meet the demands of an ever-swelling crowd of customers. Oil sellers have also been busy. A queue of grateful customers who feel the opportunity is a great relief on their daily expenditure have been waiting for the commencement of daily sales. Already sweating, this man, a foreign national, commended President Jammeh's Pan-African stance, adding that the cheap oil gives him value for his money. In view of the market price of oil and meat, one can assert that this move is decisive. Apart from indirectly forcing businessmen to bid down prices, it also offers an opportunity for youths and women to manifest that they can facilitate the Gambianization of the informal sector. Modula Minsise, GRTS News.
4 suspects held in connection with the stealing of goods from a shop on Karaba Avenue are in the custody of state security operatives. We have more on what investigators have managed to uncover so far in this report by Samuel Ba.
Aissatou Jallow, alias Mami Usman Nikul, Mansour Jan and Maimuna Naso are currently under police custody for allegedly stealing some valuable items from the shop of Hamdi Fall at Fajara Sabina Junction.
It happens on Tuesday, the 2nd day of August 2011 at about 1100 hours, that is in the evening, when the accused persons, Aissatou Jallow, alias Mami, Usman Nikul, Mansour Jan, and Maimuna Naso, alias Emily, went to Hamadi Fall, a Mauritanian operating a shop in Fajara, with a taxi, pretending that they want to buy goods.
The 4 suspects are believed to have hired a taxi with registration number BJL 2540F. Upon reaching Fall's shop, they demanded for some valuables under the pretext of buying them.
They demanded for 5 grosses of benzene, valued at $275 each, 5 grosses of Piccadilly, valued at $220 each, 1 5-liter Armanti mayonnaise, valued at $365, $500 official scratch card. Total value of these items mentioned is $3,470.
Having received the items demanded from the shopkeeper, the suspects were said to have quickly left in the commercial taxi without paying for the ill-gotten commodities.
The complainant, so smart, took the registration number of the taxi and immediately reported the matter to the Kairaba police station. With the help of the registration number of the vehicle was impounded and the driver was arrested. The driver later led the police to the arrest of the accused persons.
Following the arrest of the 4 suspects, they also led the police to one Ibrahima Kindi Bari, a Guinean national who operates a shop in Serekunda. Bari is said to have bought the stolen valuables from the suspects. However, some of the items were later recovered except for the 5-liter mayonnaise bucket which Bari had already sold. Consequently, the 4 suspects and their collaborators would have to face the full brunt of the law.
The accused persons are charged on 2 counts. That is conspiracy to commit felony contrary to section 368 of the Criminal Code, Cap 10, Volume 3, Reverse Laws of the Gambia, 2009, and obtaining goods by false pretense contrary to section 288 of the Criminal Code, Cap 10, Volume 3, Laws of the Gambia, 2009, whilst Ibrahima Kindi Bari is charged for receiving stolen property or stolen goods contrary to section 297 of the Criminal Code, Cap 10, Volume 3, Reverse Laws of the Gambia.
The general public, especially commercial drivers, are therefore warned to desist from such unscrupulous practices and to report any cases of such deceitful behaviors to the police. For GRTS News, I am Samuel Ba.
The Bakau-based youth voluntary body Side by Side organization has outlined its plans for the period 2012 to the year 2014. The 3-year strategic plan outlines the organization's planned interventions targeting children and youths. Aji Amisise reports.
Succeeded in organizing series of activities that are geared towards uplifting the lives of young people, said Hatab Fadera, the national coordinator of the youth group. The organization centers its work on the empowerment of young people in education through annual scholarship schemes, capacity building programs on child rights issues, sexual and reproductive health, and creating awareness on environmental sanitation.
Thanks to the sustained commitment and the love for working for humanity, today the organization is one of the few youth organizations in this country that is running an educational project in rural Gambia to support needy children. With our own resources that we mobilize through fundraising activities, as well as little assistance from partner organizations like Service for Peace International, Side by Side organization has established a daycare nursery school in Daslame, Jokadu, North Bank region in December 2010. The school currently enrolls 32 students for a beginning, and a teacher is employed at the expense of the organization.
Mahmoud Ba, Senior Assistant Secretary, Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, applauded the organization for the construction of a nursery school in Darsilame and provision of scholarships to needy students. This, Ba said, complements the work of the ministry's objective of education for all. raising awareness among young people on critical issues such as